Hey guys, it's Nightwing19 here with my review for episode 11 of Arrow Season 3, Midnight City. So as usual, I'm going to give you a recap of the episode, give you my overall rating, and write down to my top 5 moments. So, starting with the recap, in Starling City, Brick kidnaps 3 aldermen. Roy and Laurel as the Black Canary try to rescue the aldermen, however the mission fails, resulting in one of the aldermen being killed. Afterwards, Brick demands that the police forces in the glades to be removed, in which Mayor Castle agrees to do so after learning that Brick has made all the legislature body members targets. Roy, Diggle, and Laurel find where the remaining 2 aldermen are being held with the help of Felicity, who has rejoined the team, and successfully rescue them. Meanwhile, Oliver recovers, but a group of assassins arrive and search for him. Maseo and Tatsu kill the assassins, and Maseo cuts himself so that Ra's al Ghul will believe that Oliver escaped. Merlin tries to get Thea to leave Starling City with him to avoid Ra's, however Thea convinces Merlin to stay and fight. Chase, the DJ from Verdant, is revealed to be a spy for the League of Assassins and informs Maseo that Merlin is staying in Starling. In the flashbacks, Maseo hands over the Alpha virus to China White in exchange for his wife, however Amanda Waller, knowing Maseo will make the trade, switches the viruses, resulting in Maseo handing over China White the fake Alpha. Maseo, Oliver, and Tatsu flee the club before being killed by White's men. So my overall rating for this episode, I'm giving it a 9.5. It was just an outstanding episode. We really see Brick making bigger moves and he's starting to gain complete control in the glades. He's just an exceptional villain for Team Arrow now that Oliver is away. We haven't really seen a villain like Brick in this show. You know, one that's being a major crime boss, and he's being a successful one at that too. Without Oliver, Team Arrow can't really take down Brick, and really Felicity gave them the key to fighting Brick. They need to stop fighting for the dead, which is Oliver in this instance, and start fighting for the people of the city. Afterwards, when Oliver comes back, I think they'll start learning something about themselves and has the team as a whole, and I think they'll start functioning differently. So by the end of this episode, we kind of got to see them working in their usual rhythm. So in this episode, we figure out that Laurel isn't exactly the best fighter. I said this in my episode 10 review that just because Laurel has a mask and a suit, that doesn't make her a hero yet. She still needs a lot more training, and I think Oliver will help her with that. That is, if Oliver isn't so mad with her taking on Sarah's legacy. So it turns out that something happened in the flashbacks that resulted in Maseo and Tatsu splitting up. My guess is that Akio dies. That's probably why Maseo joined the League. Merlin had lost his wife, so if he had joined the League because he lost someone he loved, then Maseo would be doing the same thing. So now we all have to look out for Akio in the flashbacks, and really it's just going to be sad when he dies because he's just a little kid. And if you were wondering, Oliver wasn't dead, he was really close to being dead. The cold temperature lowered the amount of blood that he lost. So Tatsu, what she did, she was just treating him so that he wouldn't end up dead for good. So a couple of Easter eggs that I found in this episode. The news called Roy the Red Arrow. In the comics, Roy has had 3 different superhero names. He was first Speedy, then Red Arrow, then Arsenal. He gained the Red Arrow name after he had moved on and stopped being Oliver's sidekick as Speedy. Then he became Arsenal when he had lost his hand in Longbow Hunters. The show doesn't depict him without a hand, so I'm glad that they didn't do that. You really don't need to capture every attribute of a character from the comics and fit that to the character on the show. You don't have to copy everything that had happened with that character in the comics and paste it onto the show. It'd be really weird if they decided to do that. So the way that they try to address some of the key points or some of the things that happen to a character in the Flash or in the comics is to Easter egg it, and I feel like they would do something like that. Like they would Easter egg attributes of Arsenal onto the show. Belle Rev is also mentioned. Laurel had mentioned this prison when she was interrogating one of Brick's men. Belle Rev is a prison in the comics that specifically holds metahumans. The Flash kind of already has their own Belle Rev at Star Labs. I actually thought of Belle Rev whenever the idea for the pipeline on the Flash came up. I think it was in episode 3. An actual Belle Rev prison on the show would probably be built by Argus just because they have the resources to do something like that. However, I feel like Amanda Waller, knowing the kind of person she is, she would have probably recruited some of those metahumans to be a part of the Suicide Squad. So, now into top 5 moments, starting with number 5, Oliver's Nightmare.
This is a duel. Oliver, with one of the most dangerous men that has ever walked the earth.
I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think I could win.
I don't worry that you can beat him. I am terrified you won't kill him. That's not who you are anymore. And I'm afraid that Roz is going to use your humanity against you.
You're right. I'll stay.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm sure of one thing. I love you.
Number 4, Brick kidnaps the alderman at City Hall.
Always wanted to meet the mayor. Bring her and the alderman. And kill the rest. Laurel!
See? That's why I need a techno suit.
Is Mayor Castle secure?
Yeah. What about the alderman?
Brick's got him.
Number 3, Oliver, Maseo, and Tatsu versus China White and her crew in the flashbacks. Number 2, Roy tells Merlin to stay away from Thea. Roy was outstanding in this episode. I really love this scene because you don't really get to see Roy interact with some or maybe even a lot of Oliver's villains.
If you're looking for Thea, she's not here.
I know. I came to see you.
Following me, Mr. Harper.
You need to stay away from her. I don't know why you want her to leave Starling City, but I'm not letting her go anywhere with you.
Well, thank you for that. I was in need of some humor.
I wasn't joking. You were poison. You put her in Ra's al Ghul's gun sights. You had her kill Sarah.
Thea knows nothing about Sarah. And she never will.
That's where you're wrong. I know her. She'll get to the truth no matter how well you think you're hiding it. And when she does find out that you've been lying to her, you're gonna lose her forever. Trust me, I know from experience.
This is a family matter, Mr. Harper. And you are not family.
And my number 1 moment, Roy and Laurel versus Brick and his crew.
I guess we're even now.
Follow the hallway 20 yards. Turn left.
Alderman! Don't worry. We're gonna get you out of here. No! No!
Dick, I'm gonna need you to find me a way out of here.
Copy that. I still don't like hitting women. I could make an exception for you.
So come and get me. You're getting warmer.
Because I will keep this city safe.
By killing anyone that doesn't do what you say.
Something like that.
Warmer. Warmer. We're not gonna let you.
So that is it for my review for episode 11 of Arrow. What did you guys think? Did you like this episode? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, I'll be doing reviews for all episodes of Arrow this season. Be sure to subscribe to catch them. Subscribe to my other channel, Jedi for 50. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr for updates on Arrow, Star Wars Rebels, and more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.